sun is up. James knew back when I was coming up. Didn't wanna know then, now I bet they're loving us. No more no R&Us, the bar is raised. If you know me, know I can bar for days. Nothing to prove cause I've done enough. Lights out, still gonna keep the torch. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more?
I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more? See some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more? Show you a little piece, wanna see some more? I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more? See some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more? See some, see some. I never mind if people change. I wanna try and heal my pain. How do you buy what can't be sold? How can you lie to me in my face? In my face, in my face, in my face, in my face. That's how still gonna keep the torch. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more?
Being on some chill, we go 0 to 100 real quick. They be on that rap to pay the bills, and I don't feel it, not even a little bit. Oh Lord, know yourself, know your worth. My actions being louder than my words. How you sold, but still sold down to earth. Wanna do it, we can do it on the turf. Oh Lord, I'm the rookie and the vet. Shout out to the I ain't holding down the set. All up in my phone looking at pictures from the other night. She gon' be upset if she keep scrolling to the left, dog. She gon' see some that she don't wanna see. She ain't ready for it. If I ain't the greatest, then I'm headed for it. Yeah, that mean I'm way up. Yeah, the 6 ain't friendly, but that's where I lay up. Lay up. I been Steph Curry with the shot. Been cooking with the sauce. Chef Curry with the boy. 360 with the wrist, boy. Hey, who the is, boy? OVO, man, we really with boy. Yeah, really with the. I should probably sign a hit, boy, cause I got all the hits, boy. All that Drake, you gotta chill. I be on my little mouse drill. All that rap to pay your bills. Yeah, I'm on some rappers pay my bills. All up on TV, I thought it made me richer. Wasn't paying me enough, I needed something quicker. So now I'm all in Nico basement, working on the phones. Either that or drive the money mark to make the pickups. Man, it's 2008, I'm trying to paint the picture. Comeback season in the works and now I'm thinking bigger. I got in the studio every night, late night. Gotta watch it, don't wanna make them sicker. That's my oh Lord, got a whole lot to show for it. I mean, we could really get it, we could go for it. I'm just here for the Bucks and the Billies. Don't make me one of the ghosts for it. I run it, they like go for us. Run for us, run for us, go for us. Yeah, I mean you already wrote for us. Damn, what's one more quote for us? Oh Lord, who else sounded like this? They ain't made me what I am, they just found me like this. I was ready, I've been ready since my dad used to tell me he would come into the house to get me. He ain't show up. Valuable lesson, man, I had to grow up. That's why I never ask for help. I do it for you and do it for myself. I go 0 to 100 real quick. Real quick. Whole squad on that real. 0 to 100 real quick. Real quick. Real quick. 0 to 100 real quick. Real quick. Whole squad on that real. 0 to 100 real quick. Real quick. Real quick. Squad on the real. whole squad on their real.
From the West Coast, we're coming to you live from the NFL's newest and the world's most expensive stadium. State-of-the-art SoFi here in Inglewood, California. Ball teed up, Logan Cook after the kick. And here we go from LA. Looking up towards the dome, can't bring it in clean. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Second and 8. He's got Quentin Johnson, complete. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And the Chargers will have a first.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and ducking the ball.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Herbert from the gun. He throws a bullet down the left side. He's got it inside the 10. And a huge run comes to an end as he heads out of bounds. Wow. This drive has been excellent. A few shots now, it's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And they needed more than one defender. Their powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
Well, you call that play to surprise the defense, try to get to the goal line. But a quick adjustment by the defense, well, it kept him in position to make the stop and ruin that play.
Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Intercepted in the end zone. And the Jaguars have an early opportunity after the interception on the game's first series.
You know, Kate, one of the tenets of the West Coast system that I was fortunate to play in, touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. You get in the red zone, it's touchdown to check down. You can't put the ball in harm's way. That's a brilliant job by the defense with their coverage, baiting the quarterback into the throw. But you got to sail that one into the stands. Touchdown or check down. You can't possibly give an interception in that situation.
They'll cobble together a yard there. Junior Colson bringing an end to that play. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Motioning the tight end now. From the shotgun, Lawrence. That throw finds Okonkwo. They get 13 on the pickup. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Lawrence. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Bronk. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence. Connection made. Travis Etienne. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
So the ball on the midfield stripe now after that big play. It's 1st and 10. Sticking in the air with Lawrence. Grabbed by Chris Godwin. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Offense executing early. New set of downs at the 38-yard line. They motion the tight end over. Here's Etienne on first down. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Give him 5 on that carry. Bringing up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
The lateral goes haywire. Fumble. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. And they'll advance it no further. They belt him as he tries bringing that fumble forward.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down in distance.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's like a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Takes both to make it work. And defensively, you've got to have that pressure up front. That's peanut butter. And then you like to have some jelly. And that was almost a huge play with an interception.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. He's contained at the line for no gain. Former #1 pick, Trayvon Walker on the stop. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. And he's not going to escape this. The Jacks drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Pretty even match in this first half, and you're just kind of waiting, right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
That's caught for the first. He goes the distance. Touchdown, LA! The Chargers go up 6-0 here in the first. Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chargers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Has this at the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. And a huge return sets up the offense on the opposite side of the field.
I just love to see that. I love to see the momentum created out of a great special teams play. Look at the fist bumps. Look at the little pats on the butt. Look at the little more juice this offense has now. Set up with great field position.
First and 10, it's Lawrence. Cuffs, this is Xavier Leggett. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
So before they can get set and snap it, the clock runs out on quarter one. 7-0 is our score. We're back to... We're back for the start of the second quarter. Jaguars have the ball and a chance at 6.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Putting a receiver in motion. Lawrence working from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin on that play. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock. But down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know it's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
ETN takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. Little able to connect on the point after. And the Jaguars tie this game 7-7. On now is Cook to kick this away. Kickoff taken at the 3. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll start this series with an option left. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35. He made it 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss is really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
Complete. It's Ingram. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Herbert now off the play fake. Finds McConkey. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. 12 yards on that play and a good call nets him the 1st. Opening carry of the game for Kimani Vidal. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Former #1 pick, Trayvon Walker on the stop. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Chargers will have a first. Back now, pressure on its way. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home with that sack.
And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Devin Lloyd on the tackle. Just 1 yard. Could have used considerably more. That's going to bring up 3rd and very long.
You know, kid, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Herbert here, 3rd and long. Throwing this back in the end zone. And he has the catch. Gets both feet in. That's a touchdown. The Chargers take a 2nd quarter lead. DeAndre Hopkins the touchdown. Dicker on now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chargers break that tie and now lead by 7. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Here's a return from the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now it's Lawrence. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Got a man, it's Thomas. They get there to take him down right around the 41. That one goes for 31 yards and a 1st down when all is said and done. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. Makes the grab in bounds left side. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but I think somebody's auditioning for some extra work as a receiver. If he could do that coming out of the backfield, imagine the damage he could do if they sent him out into one of those spots out wide.
Has it down close. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. On is Little for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jaguars tie things up at 14. On now is Cook to kick this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback, this drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. from the 32. A quick slant. Here's McConkey. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. He manages a gain of 8 there. And it brings up an LA first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he fights his way forward to get this to the 45. Chargers hurrying to the line as the seconds tick away. 2nd and 6 now. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he's there to make the fair catch right at the 10-yard line. No return on that punt. And the Jaguars are going to take over from deep in their own side. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Finds him over the middle. It's a foot race. He's at the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars get some late points and the lead. It's a Chris Godwin touchdown. On his Little for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Jaguars break that tie and now lead by 7. On now is Cook to kick this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Herbert back to throw. Dumped off to his running back. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
That one's caught along the left sideline. And he'll go out of bounds close to that 35-yard line.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
First down, ball at the 36. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Throwing deep for the end zone. And he finds him in the end zone for an LA touchdown. The Chargers earn the chance to tie it before halftime. DeAndre Hopkins the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Return starts at the 3. Now bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. First down throw, Lawrence gets everything he has under this throw. Deep sideline shot is caught, and he gets out to stop the clock. It's a full 40 yards on the play, Brock, and a new set of downs. First and 10 after that last highlights. They're at the 30. Out of the gun, Lawrence. ETN on the catch. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. The Jaguars are going to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. Sticking in the air with Lawrence. Throw wheeled in by Thomas. And he gets them down to the 9 before going out. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Working inside the red zone. Looking. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. Timeout called by the offense, and with another timeout available, they could actually get another 2 plays if they work quick.
You know, we do enough of these games, Kate, and I am a big fan of creativity. And the QBs today are some of the best to ever do it. But that's a situation where you got to know on 1st down, it's not time to be creative.
Touchdown, Jacksonville! So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
That one splits the uprights. And the Jaguars break that tie and now lead by 7. Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. Darius Davis to return it. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
Take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. First and 10. They'll send him over right. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. Cuts it to the right sideline. And he finally ends up out of bounds after a huge gain. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
Yeah, when you got a game changer as a wide receiver, you want to get the ball in his hands any way you can. And I love that call. Right, we see it all the time on bubbles and quick little receptions. But put the ball in his hands as a runner, and this dude's dynamic.
So a massive gain, and all of a sudden we've got first and 10 inside the red zone. An option give here to ETN. And he has this one down to the 8-yard line. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have second and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Tight end going in motion here. Lawrence to throw it. This throw is caught. And he drives this forward to the 6.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Left side, gets it out quick, and it's caught. It's a Jacksonville touchdown.
Complete to Xavier Legette. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
On is Little for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jaguars double their lead to 14.
Chargers 21.
On now is Cook to kick this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. They'll run here from the gun. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And the Chargers will have a first.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
Throwing on first is Herbert. He finds McConkey. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it brings up an LA first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They'll head up first and 10 from the 42. Here's the lone back on the handoff. Strong running inside the 30. And he gets this one down to the 27. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
First and 10, Herbert. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate. When you put the ball in the air, how many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't, they call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with the sack.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Herbert from the gun. Into a ton of traffic, and this one's intercepted. And the Jaguars get the football as he makes his third interception of this season.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Well, that's a tough one because you could see the beginnings of what looked like an explosive play. Let's give some credit here, Kate, to the defense. A great job to bottle him up before it came to fruition.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They push it forward for a yard, and that brings up 3rd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. Less than a yard needed here on 4th. And the QB keeps it on the sneak. And he's going to be touched down right at the line, so no gain on the play.
That play is a go-to so many times in this down and distances. But defenses, well, they can expect it too. And look at the defensive line. Man, were they ever ready for it? Tremendous push inside and kept them from reaching the chains.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
As a corner in this league, well, you can go to the Pro Bowl if you can cover. If you want to be an all-pro, you stick someone like that.
Second and 10 now. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Oh no, they get him yet again. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick 6 touchdown. On is Little for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jaguars stretch their lead to 21.
42, Chargers 21. Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Herbert back to it after the pick. pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Well, here's what I know, Kate. And sadly, from personal experience, after this one's over, QB, he's going to be the first one in the cold tub because he has been feeling the heat and paying the price all game long. At some point, you've got to find a way to protect the passer or he's not going to endure this season.
And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Former #1 pick, Trayvon Walker on the stop. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Herbert with a blitz coming. And they pick him off again. And the Jaguars get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their 4th interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. 1 interception, it sticks with you all week long, but throwing 4, he probably wishes he could be anywhere else on earth other than this field right now.
They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. The Jaguars have it as we start this 4th quarter, and they can probably go on cruise control pretty soon with that lead. Second down now, 7 to go. From the 24. Completed to his running back. And he's tackled for a short gain.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
The pitch is to Etienne. Broke through the tackle. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Jaguar first down. They go right back to Etienne. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
On second down, it's Etienne. And he only gets this one down to the 9. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
The Chargers into a nickel set, 3rd down. Lawrence throwing here. This one's caught. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's just discipline with a capital D. The play in the huddle is a running back screen, but it takes discipline for that offensive line to not get downfield. Discipline for that receiver to stay alert, stay aware that he's a viable option as well.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him add in a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
Out of the gun, a give to Etienne. And he's in for the touchdown. The Jaguars keep adding that 4th quarter lead. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
On now is Cook to kick this away. On the return, here comes Davis. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And he'll get it up to the 27.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you can see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Throw reeled in by Hopkins. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I can already read the headlines tomorrow. This offensive line can't protect. This offensive line. But it's more than that. When you give up 5 sacks in a game, it's a complete breakdown of everybody offensively. Play caller, quarterback, offensive line. Yeah, they're going to have to regroup and...
Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Jaguars take it away once again. The 5th time they've intercepted in this game.
I know he started to play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, evaded obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. That would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion. I don't think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
It's 2nd and 8.
Back-to-back carries here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 3 yards to pick up that time, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. And they'll pitch it out to him. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that 1st down.
Ask for a little bit more on that one. That's that running back to come up with more than he's used to on 3rd down. He made it look like just another day at the office. I wouldn't expect every conversion to go as smoothly, but he sure made that one look routine.
They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
You got to expect the timeout is coming any moment now, right? If you want another shot with the ball, you'll need every second you can conserve on that clock.
Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. So the Jaguars come away with a win in this one. And as we play in October, they have kept their perfect start to the season going. To the point, Brock, I think you could argue they might be the league's best team in the front